Hello friends, this is Servo VFX, and in this tutorial I'm going to tell you about 30 most useful keyboard shortcuts that every user need to implement in their work style. So first of all, if we want to access the transform properties of this layer, we can use 5 keyboard shortcuts through which we can access the its transform properties. If we press A, we can see that we can access the anchor point. Anchor point of this layer is at the center of the screen. After that, if without holding any other button, if we press the other button P, we access the position. S for scale, these are very obvious to understand. R for rotation, and T for opacity. T for transparency, opacity, both are same thing. Okay, after this, suppose if we want to access more than one property at the same time, then while holding the shift button we can press A to access both anchor point and opacity at the same time. If we press T, A, while holding the A and as well as holding the shift button, if we press SRT, we can access all the transform properties. Like you can see, I pressed here uh, while holding the anchor button, I pressed A P S R T, so I got to access all the transform properties of this layer. All right, now suppose, now let's assume Now, let's assume that we want to quickly set a keyframe of on particular layer. Let's assume like if I hold this layer, shape layer, and I want to set quickly set a keyframe over this layer, I can directly suppose if I am here and I want to set a keyframe for rotation at this current keyframe, then I can simply press a shift plus alt button, and suppose if we want to set a keyframe for rotation, then I will hold alt plus shift and R. So it clearly is straightforward. It puts a keyframe over the rotation. So this is one of the very useful uh, shortcut that I mostly use. Suppose at this keyframe I again want to set the keyframe, and suppose if I am at here and I rotate it at a particular angle, then I reached few frames forward and I again press the R button and I rotate it somewhere else. Now it got the rotation keyframe animation. All right, in a similar way we can put a keyframe on, maybe on, let's say S. Once again I'm telling, I use alt plus shift plus any transform properties that I discussed earlier. All right, and now let's assume that this layer is locked, and if I want to access all the keyframe properties exclusively, no other properties other than keyframe properties, then I will simply press U single time and it will highlight only the scale and rotation, because I used keyframe in these two properties, transform properties. So using the U button, it highlighted me the, it showed me the transform properties of scale and rotation only, not rotation and oh sorry, not anchor point or transparency. Okay, after this, suppose let's take a case when there is a minimum workspace like in as this, and if we are working in a multiple layers, and when in a case when there are hundreds of layers and we want to drag up and down, sometime it's here and there. In this case we hold the space bar and drag mouse while holding the left mouse button LMB, and we can drag left, right, up, down, so we can access thousands of layer using this shortcut. This is really it's a very helpful shortcut, and everybody must know this shortcut. It is very helpful to you to use in case where there are multiple and thousands of layers in After Effects. All right, let's hide me this. All right, after this, if we want to zoom in and zoom out, if zoom out the timeline, we can press the plus and minus button in timeline. Like if I'm pressing the plus button, plus means I'm zooming in the timeline, and minus I'm pressing to zoom out the timeline. Okay, for your information, the plus and minus is not of numpad, it's of main keyboard, which is just beside the backspace key on a full size keyboard. All right, after this, if we want to zoom a comp viewer, we can use a shortcut of that comma and dot. If we press a comma and dot button, we can access the shortcut for comp viewer zoom in and zoom out effect. These are I use this shortcut many a times when I work in a 3D space in After Effects. So with this shortcut you can access the zoom in zoom out in composition. This is very helpful when we implement. All right, after this, suppose now if I zoom to zoom in a composition, then if instead of pressing the comma button many a times, you can directly press the shift and slash button, so, that will fit the window in a composition. And the other way to fit a composition is to click here and press the fit button. If we press a fit plus up to 100%, it also fits on a composition. All right, okay, so suppose if we see that if the shape layer, uh, as we earlier used the keyframe of rotation in this keyframe, if we access a graph editor over here while holding the rotation, we see that this is a linear animation. Now if we drag and select the rotation keyframes, let me again select, okay, and now if we press the F9 button, it's simply switch from linear animation to more in a easy out keyframe. Now if we access in a graph editor, we see that there is a curve over here which shows it's a easy in easy out animation. All right, let's assume now moving over to next shortcut, which is if we want to move between keyframes, we can press, suppose if our indicator timeline indicator is over here, and if we press the K forward, so it directly move from over to the next keyframe K, like over here. Okay, like in a this way, I'm pressing a J button, then I move over to the backward. All right, now suppose suppose if our layer, let's say this layer, if this layer is of just hold on, okay, yeah, Suppose if this is our layer and we want to access the in point and out point of this layer, so we use the I button. With I button we can access the starting point of this layer, and pressing the O button we can access the end point of this layer. All right. And suppose many a times when we work on a frame by frame animation, we can press page down and page button to access the next frame and backward frame. This is very helpful for us in our working space. Okay. Now if we want to, suppose if we move over to some other composition, and let's say we want to preview this we want to preview this video at a twice speed of its playback. In that case we can press shift plus numpad 0. In this way we can play at a twice speed the composition playback speed. All right. So the normal playback speed is this, and if we press shift plus numpad 0, make sure I'm again repeating, you have to press the numpad 0, not the main keyboard 0. Numpad 0. I'm pressing the numpad 0 button, and you can play your composition at a twice speed. All right. Now suppose if you want to access any manipulated properties, let's say this is we manipulated this one, we manipulated this one, we manipulated this one. Okay. And I hide all these. Now there is no keyframe, but now these are manipulated properties. So if I press the UU button, you can see that it will highlight only the anchor point, scale and rotation properties, not any other properties other than these properties. Now let's see an example. If I also change the transparency holding the T, if I change the transparency, now I hide this layer, and now when I press the UU button, U twice, it shows anchor point, scale, rotation and opacity. All right. Now moving over to next example. Suppose if as I was working on this video, in this video I worked specifically in this video, I used the markers while I was working on this project. So when she was about to cut the rose that was holding in the air, not exactly in air, so when she was trying to cut a rose, the I marked on that particular frame with the asterisk button. You can press the asterisk button with the of a numpad. If you select this layer and press the asterisk button on a numpad, it will mark on that particular layer. If we do not select any layer and we press the asterisk mark, then it will simply put a marker on the timeline. All right. Now suppose if there are multiple layers, now let's see if there are multiple layers, and if we want to, now let's disclose these layers. Suppose if there are multiple images, these are behind these images. Okay. Now suppose if there are multiple layers, let's take these three shape layers. Okay. So if there are multiple layers and we want to pre-compose is like combining all layers in a box to use within a composition. Composition is same like a box, and we want to create another box within a box of we say in a editing term we say it as a composition box. Okay, all right. So if we press selecting these and we press command shift and C, it pre-compose all these three layers in a pre-composition. If we press selecting the move all attributes into the new composition, adjust composition duration and blah blah blah, we simply select and press the OK. So it combines all in a pre-composition. All right, let roll back. Okay, after that, if we want to move, let's say if I want this layer to start at this point of time, then we can simply we can easily move this layer with pressing the larger bracket button shortcut. And if we want to finish this layer at 14 seconds, then we can simply press the larger bracket button of which is focusing on the right side, you can see. All right, so many a times it is helpful as well. If we want to move at the starting or end of the composition, we can use the home button and end button. You can see I'm pressing the home button and end button. All right, after this, suppose if this layer I have changed the scale properties of this layer. All right, and now if I press Control plus Alt plus F, it simply fits the layer in a composition, because as I created this composition with this layer only, so it perfectly fits in this layer. All right, so scale layer to fit in a composition is also a very important shortcut that we need to implement. All right, after this, many a times, though I generally don't use in After Effects, if I don't work in motion graphics, the shortcut to toggle the ruler is Control R. While pressing the Control R, we can access the ruler button. All right, after this is one of the very important shortcut. Suppose if let me zoom over here. Suppose if I want to see the resolution viewer, I want to change the viewer resolution to a different quality. If I press the Control J, I can simply see this in a full over here. You can see it's in a full quality. Now we can toggle between half, third, quarter and custom, but the shortcut for this resolution is, if we want to switch over to half, then we can simply press Command Shift and J, it will change it to half. Now suppose if I want to access the quarter resolution, then I will press the Control plus Shift plus Alt plus J, it will change into the quarter. You can see over here. All right, now suppose if I want to access over the custom resolution, then I will press the button Control Alt and J. At this time it's switch over to the custom. All right, so I have set the custom resolution at to render 8 pixels horizontally and to render 8 pixels vertically. Okay, instead of this, if I press Ctrl J, now I roll back to full quality. All right, so this is also one of the very important and useful shortcut that we must need to implement in your workspace over our editing workspace. All right, now if we want to replace this layer, if we want to replace the layer of Adriana with another layer, we will select both the layer. We want to replace this layer with this one, and we can drag this layer over to the Adriana layer while holding the Alt button. All right, so while holding the Alt button, I'm dragging over it, and it shows us shortcut. It shows the icon of plus over that layer. If I release over it, it simply changes the layer with the it swap the layer. All right. After that, if we want to split a layer, many a times this shortcut is also helpful for me, and I utilize most of the time. If I want to split this layer in two parts, I simply press the control shift plus D button, and it split the layer in two parts. All right. If I hold the Alt and space that larger bracket, then it will cut out the backward part, and it simply open it cut the back part and erases the back part. So this is also you need to know in how to implement in your workspace work style. All right. Now suppose if you have selected this layer and there are multiple layers, and you want to toggle between these layers without clicking every other layer, then you simply need to command plus up down arrow key to select layer you want to select, to switch to move over to select a particular layer you want to select. All right. After this, as I told you earlier, you can access the graph editor with this button as well. Suppose if you press okay, you can access the graph editor with this button, or you can directly switch over to the shortcut of shift and F3. Mostly I guess shift F3 is more I guess clicking on this button is much more helpful, but at least you need to know how to this shortcut as well. Okay. One of the other shortcut is that suppose if you want to search for any layer, you can see, like if I search for good, then all the layer which has a name good, it will show in this layer, and this is very helpful when there are multiple and thousands of key layers with the same name maybe. All right. Now one of the most important shortcut that I recommend to all the After Effects users is that you need to use a tilde key. A tilde key is a button above the tab key. If I hover a mouse over any uh, panel and I press a tilde key, it simply maximizes the panel to a full screen. Over here, over here, over here, over here. All right. So tilde key is very helpful and beneficial in our workspace. All right. Suppose now, suppose there are now moving over to next shortcut. If I press the shift, if I select multiple layers, and every layer has shows its layer control, and if we want to hide all these layer control, so we use a shortcut command control or command plus shift plus H, so it completely hides all the layer control, you can see. All right. Now suppose I was using this shortcut, but now suppose if you want to save the current frame, let's say let's move over to some other composition. Okay, so this is my trailer. Suppose if I want to save a this frame, earlier the shortcut to save a this frame was control plus alt plus S. So if I press the control shift plus S, it move over to the render region. It moves our over it moves our to it moves our it moves our composition over to the render queue. Now suppose I don't want to use this shortcut, and it was like we were it was quite fatigue if we want to save multiple frame, because it asks for Photoshop format, current settings and location and every other thing. So um, I was quite not interesting to use this shortcut. So after this, Video Copilot introduced the his FX console, and FX console is very helpful for workspace to implement in your workspace. All right, so if I press the control plus space bar, you can export this JPEG current frame in your system. You can save directly, and this is very helpful for us. Okay, now suppose if I press, I create a shape layer of this, and I created this. Okay, and if we want to access the, and if we have moved the anchor point somewhere, and simply we want to anchor the anchor point at the center of the shape layer, then we simply need to press the alt plus control button and home, and it will simply straightforward brings the anchor point at the center of the composition. The other way is if we drag the composition while holding the control, it shows the with the vertical line and horizontal line where is the center point, right? So this is also a good one. Okay, after this, if we want to show a grid, we can simply press the control plus apostrophe, control plus apostrophe to access to enable the grid over this composition. All right, control plus apostrophe. All right, so these were the 30 shortcuts that every user, every VFX artist, every be it a professional or be it a starter, you need to implement in your work style as soon as possible, so you can be in a list of professional editors and VFX artists. You need to implement this in your work style anyhow, somehow. That's all. Thank you guys.